Okay, we're now being recorded. And just one last thing before we get going is our option hotline webinar disclaimer. I'll just read this very quickly. The information presented is for educational purposes only. Options involve risk and are not suitable for all investors. All investments involve risks, and the past performance of a security, industry, sector, market, or financial product does not guarantee future results. And for more information on this, you can visit optionhotline.com/disclaimer. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to email webinars@optionhotline.com. And back to Option Hotline, we're just about ready. I'm going to take one more quick dive down to Dan's system, and then I'm going to turn things over to Dan. So as an attendee today, which again, welcome, and we very much appreciate it, everyone that's here, you will be exposed to Dan's market taker mentoring system. And as an attendee, you will get a free gift tomorrow in your email, which is an introduction to this market taker mentoring system. It's completely free. You can read all through it, click around it, and so forth, and see if you're interested in the products behind it. And these are the three main products behind it. And Dan has sold many of these subscriptions and with great success to the users of those subscriptions. And so again, check your email tomorrow. You'll have a free gift from Dan. And the title for Dan's presentation today is Winning Trades in This Season. So with that said, I am going to stop my screen share, and I believe Dan is with us. And so I am going to turn it over to Dan right now, and hope everyone enjoys Dan's presentation. Dan, are you there?
I am. How's it going?
Hey, welcome. We've got a nice group of attendees all ready for your presentation.
Well, that's good. That's really, really exciting. Let me just get my presentation up on the screen here.
Great. And I should mention one thing before you take over, Dan. If at all during your presentation you need to stop for a quick drink of water or anything, I'm happy to fill the air while you're jumping away for a second. Some of our authors like to do that. Some don't need to, but if you're getting dry, just say my name and I'll take over for a minute.
Well, that is very good to know. Very, very good to know. Do I share video on this or do we not?
Yeah, just share your presentation.
Okay, share my screen, not video. Okay.
Yeah, your screen. Yeah.
All right, then let's do that. I believe you're seeing my desktop with my logo all over it, right?
Yes, we're seeing that.
Okay. Well, welcome everyone, and thanks for attending my presentation. I'm Dan Passarelli. Thanks for joining me. I'm really excited to be with you right here and right now. And today I'm going to share with you how you can get the top trade ideas in the market every day. So you can trade with the confidence of a professional trader by literally having a 30-year trading veteran that worked for years with Goldman Sachs, gives you hands-on training in the market every day. Sounds great, right? I'm honored to have this opportunity to speak with you about this key way that our traders discover the top trades every day. It's an easy step that anyone can take, and you can be part of this process no matter what the market's doing. And today, I'm going to reveal what you need to do. Before we get started, I want to point out options are not for everyone. You should read characteristics and risks of standardized options before trading. The reason I'm sharing this webinar today is that recently I was thinking about trading resources, and I thought we can't all just, call the hotline. When we need a trade idea or a trade's in trouble, we can't just all call the hotline. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? So I figured I'd hold this webinar to share with you exactly what the key market drivers are, what our community's thinking, and what our plan is for the rest of the summer, and to give you some trade ideas from our head coach, John. So here's what I'll share today: strategies from the MTM community, market analysis and Coach John's trading plan, and top trade ideas right now. And at the end of this presentation, I'll show you how you can take the next step and make all this really, really easy and gain consistency in your trading. Once again, I'm Dan Passarelli, author of Trading Option Greeks and the Market Taker's Edge. I'm often on TV talking about the markets. I work with many of the options exchanges all around the world, and probably all the options brokers in the US and many outside the US. And I've helped traders just like you in over 50 countries. So I want to talk about some strategies from our community. So speaking of our community, let's talk about my education in option trading. The day after I graduated college, I put on the only suit I had, printed up a stack of resumes, and on a rainy day in May, I went downtown and knocked on every door of the Chicago Board of Trade building. Lo and behold, guess what happened? I got a job, first day out of college. My starting salary was $9,000 a year. That's right, let me enunciate, $9,000, a four-figure salary a year. All my friends were making like 40 grand a year or something, but I was making under 10. I had to work a bunch of odd jobs to live in the rat-infested apartment I had. And yes, it actually did have a rat at one point, by the way. I was making at least $30,000 a year, less than everyone else that I graduated with. And I was a clerk for 4 years. I figure I left at least $120,000 on the table. But I felt it was important. I learned from the traders around me by asking questions. I found myself surrounded by hundreds of the top traders in the world. I learned enough to knock on a door to get a better job, and that's when I found a coach. I was a trader's assistant to a guy named Gino. Gino taught me everything I needed to know. All you need is that one coach, mentor. And it had a ripple effect on my life. It saved me so much pain. And I know that this was a unique situation that not everyone can do. You probably can't quit your job, move to Chicago, and work for $9,000 a year for 4 years. So I thought, how can I bring that same experience to our traders? And so I created the MTM community chat room. These are some of the trades from the MTM community chat room fairly recently. At the end of this presentation, I'll show you how you can be part of this chat room for free. If you could invest $1,000 and it paid you back $5,000 within a month, would you do it? What if you could do it more than once? What if you could do it again and again, consistently, month after month, right? That's how trading works, isn't it? A couple of weeks ago, I did a project at home, and I am not a handy person. And that project was just a disaster. It cost me so much time, and I ended up just calling a professional to come in and do it anyway. And I kind of watched and I asked a couple of questions. He showed me how to do it so that next time I saw something like this, I would be able to do it. After wasting a couple of days, and look, I'm a busy guy just like you, right? We all are, and time is money. It took away all my pain just to have this one expert just do all the heavy lifting for me. Now, I want to move on to the market right now. I want to go over first the broad market, the spiders. This is the ETF on the S&P 500. So this has been interesting to watch. In one of my videos to our members just a couple of weeks ago, I said that I thought the S&P 500 still had some room to the upside, and we made a new high again today. Kind of seeing a little bit of a leveling off here, and they say that tops take longer to form than bottoms. So as much as I think that with inflation and the low interest rate environment and the really great earnings we saw past earnings season, I think there might be some room to the upside. I am a little bit afraid of I won't go as far as saying a correction, but somewhat of a pullback. And with the VIX at the levels that it's at now in the mid 17 handle, what I did just today is I bought a couple of VIX calls to hedge that, to protect myself, not because I'm bearish, not because I'm bullish that I think volatility is going to explode, but just as a hedge against a potential pullback. Using VIX options can be a way to do that, where even if the market keeps going, those calls may not lose much value, except for time decay over time. And so if there is a drastic pullback, we can see them gain potentially a fair amount of value. And I've got some resting orders in just to sort of cushion the blow. Implied volatility, like I said, it's fairly low. It's about as low as it's been in the past 6 months, arguably still above historical volatility. So one could make a case saying that it's high, but if we do get a little bit of a pullback, we could have a little bit more action and volatility. So look, I always like to start out looking at the broad market first, right? I like to see what's going on generally and then narrow in. And so the following trades that I'm going to share with you, these come from our group coaching class. Now, our group coaching class is an elite class that we have every day from 9 to 10 Central, which is 10 to 11 Eastern, where our head coach, John Kamisic, he's a former Goldman Sachs guy. He opens up his trading platform every day and he shows live trades in the market. And again, this is, for our more elite traders. And basically, he does all the heavy lifting, spends a few hours a day analyzing the market for you so you don't have to. And with his background, he's been doing this over 30 years. A lot of his trades, well, I won't even tell. I'm just going to show you some of these trades right now. On Monday, he had a trade in Fubo, and I like to call this, I like to share not just John's trade ideas, but what conceptually is special about that, so that maybe when you see trades like this, you might be able to identify them yourself. So I like to call this setup friends with benefits, because Fubo has been in an uptrend for about 3 weeks now. And they say the trend is your friend. But the thing is this is one of those meme stock type things where we could see a potential short squeeze on this, and we could see a really, really big spike. So not only is it beneficial because it's in this uptrend, but we have that extra benefit of, it could pull a Clover or an AMC and really take off to the upside. As you can see, it did that almost 6 months ago. So this one was a really, really nice one to do to the up, to play to the upside. John played it nice and conservatively with a bull call spread, specifically the June 11th, 27.5-30 bull call spread. And that one just worked out really swimmingly because it just had so much going on with it. And this I like to call high volatility story stocks. These have been working really well lately as well. So this is OWL. So this is a tricky one. Speaking of these meme stocks, Reddit stocks, short squeeze candidates, this is one where it really had a pretty good pop about 2 weeks ago and looked like it was pulling back a little bit, and then sort of had this other pop. And you don't see that a lot. And so you expect, well, this could really pull back, or this could be the real thing and it could really keep going. And so what John did in this is kind of the genius of John's trade. He took like a trial. He tried it out, right? That's kind of what he did with the other one. And so he traded a straddle, which is a trade that benefits from volatility. If owl goes up or down, he can make money. So he bought it when it was around 15, bought the 15 strike, and he could have probably got out today for a fairly decent profit. But I think his plan would be to hold on to this just a little bit longer. Another one, this is a smart trade because this is what I call strategic low risk, high payoff trades. And this is from yesterday, Tuesday, in Airbnb, the June 11th, June 18th, 150 call calendar. So John loves calendars. He's an expert at calendars. He shares these in this class all the time. And what he did with this one is he was able to buy a lower volatility than he sold. And because this stock is in a little bit of a channel right now, as long as it stays in somewhat of a range, close to 150, he can really benefit from selling that relatively overpriced option and make money on time decay and possibly also on what we call Vega. We can talk more about that later in the Q&A section if we have time. This one is just simply playing resistance in BABA, right? Alibaba. This is yesterday, Tuesday. He traded the June, or well, I should say many of the students in our class traded the June 11th, 220, 222 and a half call credit spread. This one, pretty straightforward, could sell slightly overpriced options, could sell them at resistance. The 220 calls are the ones being sold. Those are at resistance. So as long as this doesn't rise above resistance over the next couple of days, this trade ends up working out great. Very, very straightforward, bread and butter consistency trade. This one was in Tesla. And it's kind of a similar concept here, but here we have some support and resistance. It's trading in a channel. Right now it's between the 50-day and 200-day moving averages. And so this ended up being a great candidate for an iron condor. And so what John looked at is basically selling the 560 puts and the 635 calls, and then buying the wings, the 555 calls and this, or excuse me, the 555 puts and the 640 calls. So as long as this stock stays in this really pretty darn wide range of 75 points, like 15% range for the next, just for the next week and a half, this trade can be a really, really strong winner. So like, look, like, why is John a genius? Is it because he worked at Goldman Sachs? No, he worked at Goldman Sachs because he's a genius, right? And so what he's doing is he's just taking trades that are these bread and butter strategies that he knows can be really consistent, conservative trades in some cases, and the ones that are trades where he thinks he can get a much bigger profit that aren't as conservative, those he's playing just nice and tight with a nice solid plan like I shared. So those are the sorts of trades that have been working, as you can see. Let's talk about the rest of this month. Like, you've got some choices to make. What you choose to do impacts your life. And in a market like this, it can have a huge financial impact on you. Trading is an information business, right? I can remember the last trading firm that I worked at. In fact, all the trading firms I've ever worked at, there was always an analysis desk. The professional traders would rely heavily on the analysis desk. And what that is it's a designated person or people who do all the research, and then they pass along the trade ideas to the traders for final analysis and execution. It made it so much easier for traders to make money and make more efficient use of their time. They let someone else do all the heavy lifting, all the research, all the complex analysis. And they, the traders, then got the trade ideas and were the ones who traded it. It was their trades, and that's why they made millions of dollars. But the ideas often, and I should say usually, came from the trade analysis desk. And then I want to talk about following the smart money. There are people who live these markets every day. These are the people that you want to listen to. Meet John. John, whose picture's on the left, he's the guy I've been talking about, the Goldman guy. John always likes to say, I found that our most profitable group coaching students are the ones that are most prepared. Being prepared is important, right? How well do you think it would work if you jump out of a plane and say, man, as soon as I hit the ground, I'm going to take some lessons to learn how to use this parachute, right? That would not be a brilliant plan, would it? As I like to say, learn first and then trade. Seems pretty logical when you say it out loud, doesn't it? And the more you keep learning, the more profitable you become. But learning always precedes and leads to greater ease and success as a trader. We have lots of students doing really well right now, but I also hear from people who are not. And the people who aren't doing well are failing because they are not prepared. They maybe don't learn first. They jump in. They learn one little thing and jump in and don't do this, chicken and egg thing of learn first and then trade. Now, this is one of our students, Dave A. from Malvern, Pennsylvania. He says, I went from an average of 30 to 40 trades a week to 5 to 15 a week. Much more selective in what I trade. My account's grown 53% in the past 90 days. I've been really lucky, in quotes, lately, but wanted to thank you for giving me the foundational knowledge to apply to my practice. Keep up the good work. Now, I want to talk about this. How often can you find trades like this? All the time. Great trades exist every day, right? Now, look, so far, the most important things we're going to talk about are coming up next. So far, we talked about strategies from the MTM community, market analysis and Coach John's trading plan, and the top trade ideas for right now. But we haven't yet talked about how to move forward from here. Like, look, I gave you some of John's trade ideas and some of them are still in play, but look, is that your plan to make money on one trade and then not know what to do after that the rest of your life? Like, how do you move forward from here and be consistent to consistently discover the best trade ideas every day? Your management plans for each trade, and then some pro tips, how to use volatility analysis, the Greeks and other tools to really have a mastery. Let's talk about how to consistently make money in the market now and going forward. We're going to walk through this simple process together. I'm going to share it with you right now. I want you to take your trading to the next level. I believe anyone can take money from the market consistently with low risk. I believe that because I've seen it. The only problem is most people overcomplicate it. They take the hard route. And look, I've done this in my own life. When I started Market Taker Mentoring, I didn't know how to build a website, use an email service provider, run webinars. I tried to figure it out, and then I realized you can buy experience. That made my life so much easier. And I was instantly able to help thousands of students instead of spending all my time frustrated trying to figure out stuff on my own that someone else already knew how to do and would guide me. So introducing the Market Taker Live Advantage Group Coaching. In this class, we're going to share with you the top debit spreads, credit spreads, time spreads, iron condors, butterflies, double calendars, and more trades that we identify in the market every single day. So you can stop guessing, stop risking your hard-earned money, and stop wasting your time on weak trades that underperform, so that you can generate consistent low-risk profits and make your trading simple and stress-free. In this course, here's just some of what you'll learn. How to easily scan the market for high probability trades, how to select optimal strikes to maximize the probability of success, how to select the optimal expirations to maximize profit potential, what strategy to use under different market conditions, rules of thumb, planning and exits, how to use, how to set up profit and loss targets, adjusting, how to be more confident in your trading, and how to avoid common traps of novice traders. So you now have a new opportunity to take your trading to the next level, to benefit from decades of experience, to benefit from a team, and to maximize your profits and chances of success while minimizing your risk. This is for you if you want more consistency in your trading. if you want more frequent winners, if you can follow a few simple steps, and if you're fearless and ready to be the trader you always knew you could be, and maybe some of you are so close. This is not for the get-rich-quick goofballs, right? And it's also not for indecisive traders, which is kind of an oxymoron. You can't be indecisive and make money as a trader. And it's also not for people who like doing things the hard way. Some people are okay failing over and over again, losing money for years till they finally get it right. Look, man, the market is an expensive teacher. As they say, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. With trading, missing out on 3 years of trading profits and losing money during that time instead of making it, that's about 1,000 times more expensive than education, maybe more. This is the Market Taker Live Advantage Group Coaching. In this daily trade room style webinar, you're going to get the top option trade ideas real time along with the management plan for each trade. This is a $349 a month class. That's right, just $349 a month to get John's expertise and trade ideas every day, to get his management plan every day, and to make your trading simple and stress-free every day. But we want you to feel great about joining this class and to make it so you can fearlessly make the decision that this is for you. You're going to be online with John every day in this class for the next month. You're going to be looking over the shoulder of a Goldman Sachs guy every day who scans the market for hours for you, so you don't have to. So we're going to make this impossible for you to say no to. And we're going to give you some bonuses to make sure that this will work for everyone, no matter what your background. So first, you're going to get the group coaching class, which you're going to be in every day for an hour every morning for the next month. And then you're also going to get free access to the MTM community chat room for that period. Those of you who are newer to options, we're also going to give you the Options Impact video series. That's our quick start, basic level videos, so that we can level the playing field and you can just watch those 8 videos and trade like somebody who's been trading successfully for years. And we're also going to give you access to the MTM email hotline. We are an email away with any question you might have. A trade goes against you. Is there a repair strategy? We're an email away. Now, this is a total package of $1,445, but not today. Because we're doing this special webinar here with Option Hotline, and because you showed up, you invested your time so far in yourself, we want to make it easy to further invest in yourself. So those of you who join us right now by going to markettaker.com/99, you'll join us right now for just $99 for all of this. This is 93% off the total retail price. This is a small, easy investment of just 99 bucks. 1, 2, 3, go to markettaker.com/99 right now. Those of you who go to markettaker.com/99 right now and join us, you're going to immediately get a username and password so that you can begin watching the Options Impact videos. You can register for the MTM community chat room, and you can register for tomorrow's live webinars. Now, I get a couple frequently asked questions with this. When is the class? It's every day from 9 to 10 Central, which is 10 to 11 Eastern, in this live webinar. Is this live or recorded? So it's both, but that live component is recorded for people who can't attend live. And as a matter of fact, about half the people who are in that class never attend live. They simply sign up, and it's just easier for them to watch the recordings. Do I need special software? No. If you have an options-friendly brokerage account and you're able to watch this webinar right now, you're all set, because we use GoToWebinar also. Oh, this is Zoom, but we use GoToWebinar. It's free. It's very easy to use. It's just like Zoom. Is this class good for ETFs or stocks? Both. If it's a top trade that can make money, John will find it. This is an investor's mentality, right? You get out more than what you put in. So go right now to markettaker.com/99. And if you have any questions about this, right now is a good time to ask those questions.
And Dan, this is Steve. If I could interrupt for just 1/2 second, we've had a number of participants come on after the start, and I'd just like to let everybody know, and similar to what Dan just said, there's a Q&A box at the bottom of your screen, and if you have any questions on literally anything that Dan has been talking about, his system, option hotline, just about anything, please put them in the Q&A section at the bottom of your screen. And at the end of Dan's webinar, we will go through those. I'll give those questions to Dan specifically. So again, for all our participants, if you have any questions for Dan, please put them in the Q&A section at the bottom of your screen. Okay, Dan, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, yeah, let's see. Let me see if we have a couple of questions here first while I'm doing this. Do we have any questions about this class? I mean, one other question I get is what kind of trades does John cover in that class? And so look, John, to find the best trades in the options market, even if you have scanners, and we've built some in-house proprietary tools for finding the best trades that no one has access to right now. And John's able to use those tools, but also just to, go and analyze them manually himself to make sure that if he's sharing a trade with our top students, that it's a great one. And so this is designed to save you all that time that you don't have to spend in the market finding those trades. And look, even if you have a lot of time to spend and you're willing to put in the time that John puts in, John's experience alone is one of the reasons why you should join this class. John's experience alone of being in options for over 30 years, for working with Goldman Sachs, First Options of Chicago, Lind Waldock, trading for a hedge fund. His experience alone is why you should join this class. And just as a thank you to Option Hotline and to you for investing your time in yourself today, I want to reward you by giving you this entire package for just $99.
That is quite an offer, Dan. Thank you for offering that. You stunned me as well as probably many of our participants. So thank you very much for that. And I did find one question, kind of a general question, rather than a MTM type of question, but it all ties together. And I just will flip it out for you. The question is, how does your trading get affected by the very fast-paced political time that we're in right now? Does any of your trading do better or worse or be affected in any way from today's fairly volatile political environment? And feel free to cover anything along those lines that you feel.
Yeah, so look, trading, I would say trading is generally better the more volatility there is, especially for option traders. Because if you're a breakout trader, a momentum trader, a directional trader, things move more. And if you manage your risk well, your winners can really be outsized. If you're an income trader, options just get more expensive. You can sell overpriced insurance and arguably have an edge there as well. So yeah, the VIX long term, some people say that I've heard some people say 20 is the average of the VIX long term, but that includes a lot of the big spikes. When we take the spikes out, the average price for the VIX is definitely below where it is now. So, I mean, the VIX is still a little bit high, and the more and more complacent a market gets, at some point it has a little bit of a change. It kind of goes through these rest and run cycles. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit more volatility going forward, which is just going to be even better for our trading.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, to all of our participants, I'm going to invite Dan to go once more through this special offer. And if any of the participants have any questions, now is the time to put them in the Q&A. Dan's going to go through this special offer one more time. But in the interim, if anyone has any questions, go to your Q&A and just type it in, and I will facilitate it to Dan. And so with that said, Dan, would you like to go through this special, very special offer one more time for the attendees?
Yeah, so like, look, our goal is to make trading as easy for you as possible, right? And one of the hardest things about trading is finding trades. And so we make that very, very simple for you by finding them for you. This is kind of a, like they say, give a man a fish, he eats for a day, teach a man a fish, he eats for a lifetime, right? Well, this is both. We're giving you the fish while teaching you. It's earn while you learn. And so, I mean, look, if you were trying to learn how to do anything, right? Drive a car. I mean, do you want to learn how to drive a car by reading a book on it? By watching a 3-minute YouTube video? Or do you want to get real hands-on training by somebody who's a great driver? And so that's what this is. Getting the trade ideas every day. And look, some people are in the class just to trade the trade ideas, to just kind of take the easier out and make it easy, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I would too, if I were somebody just starting out. But then some people like to take this class just to be put in the mind of an ex-Goldman Sachs guy. And that's really valuable as well, because, every single class brings you closer to autonomy, to true financial freedom, and being in control of your own future financial freedom. And that's really, really powerful. But the class alone should be enough for everybody, but I want to make sure it sticks. I want to give you all the tools that you might need to all but ensure that it sticks. So we're giving you the MTM community chat room where you can be surrounded with a bunch of traders who go through the same struggles that you do, who, can help you. Some of the traders in that room are doing great. They're making tens of thousands of dollars a month consistently trading. I've seen some of their trading statements. And, to be able to ask a question of me or of John or of some of these guys and to see what we're all trading, I mean, that's pretty powerful stuff as well. And then I know that some of you are brand new to options. And so I want you to have the Options Impact video series. That's our quick start video series. If you've never even traded a call or a put before, you'll watch that first, and then you'll become very, very comfortable with options. And then the most valuable thing that I can give you is the MTM email hotline. Because if you have any questions about anything, we are an email away. If you're reading a book, you can't ask the book the question. If you're watching a 3-minute YouTube video, you can't ask the YouTube video, right? But you can ask us. Between me and John, we've been in options for almost 60 years. Throw Joe in there, who's also one of our coaches. We're coming up on maybe about 90 collective years of knowledge. If we don't have the answer, first of all, we seldom get stumped. But if we don't have the answer, we'll get it for you. We'll direct you to where to go to get it. And that becomes really valuable when it comes to repair strategies and adjustments. If you have a trade and you're down $5,000 on it, you're going to want to try and fix it. And so we'll do everything we can to help you do that. And today, right now, as a recognition of your investment in yourself already, we want to make it easier for you to take it to the next level, to take that next step and invest a very, very small, easy investment of just $99 to get all this for the next month.
Well, thank you, Dan. That's an incredible offer, and we really appreciate you explaining it so well. I love the fish analogy, so thank you for that. And to all of our participants, please make a note of Dan's very special offer and the website markettaker.com/99. And if anyone is listening to this on the recording, you can also visit Market Taker directly for Dan and see what's new. You can also visit Option Hotline, and in the store, Dan's products and subscription materials are there as well. But Dan, thank you very much for sharing this extremely special offer, and thank you very much also for the excellent webinar. I should ask, is the webinar essentially done, or do you have more?
This is everything that I wanted to share today.
Okay.
So, yep.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, then I will take the screen share back and bid you adieu. But thank you again for the great webinar, for the great Market Taker offer here. I hope a number of our participants take advantage of it. And once again, we will be seeing you, Dan, on your next webinar. And we appreciate all the participants today. And please stay on. I'm going to go through one more very quick website tour. But Dan, super job. Thank you. And we will see you soon.
All right. Hey, thank you very much for having me, Steve. I really appreciate it.
You bet. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, for those still on with us, this is the Option Hotline website, and we are at the Option Hotline website store, which I'm going to focus on, but just very quickly, some of the other tabs. Our About tab gives all of our visitors a little idea of what Option Hotline is and what it can do for you, and we are a educational website. Our mission statement and our value statement are on there. And here's a look at our commentators. Keith Harwood is our chief commentator, and then Carrie Dr. Duke, Chuck Hughes, and Dan Passarelli, who just gave that fantastic webinar, is also one of our commentators. Steve Kalasian, Don Fishbeck, are also commentators of ours, and you can contact any of them through the Option Hotline site. So that's our About tab. And I'm going to go to one more tab first and then get to the Store tab. Briefly on our Webinars tab. Okay, we always have a little bit of a write-up on this free education. We always have an up-to-date calendar. As you can see, today's webinar was this season's top trade ideas. And all of you, again, who participated are going to get a free gift from Dan tomorrow. But so this is today's. Next Wednesday, we have Ticker Talker by Steve Kalasian. And then at the end of the month, we have a simple trick to improve your trading odds from Keith Harwood. Also, in this page, we have, again, the focused webinar, but we also have all of our webinar replays. And this is a very chock full area. So any of our webinars going back several years are all recorded with video and available through this section. So anything that interests you, it's all free, and you're all welcome to go and check out those recordings. And then we hope you all join us again on next Wednesday and the Wednesday after that for our next webinars. Lastly, I'm going to take you, this is brand new, literally as of yesterday, our Option Hotline store. And we now have a brand new layout of all of our products and all of our memberships. Some of them have a charge, some are free, and we strongly invite everyone to visit the Option Hotline store. We have our products first, and again, some of them have a charge, some of them are free, such as this Guide to Trading Commodities or the Blueprint for Trading Success, checklist. Those are all free. And then we have some of these courses that have a charge to them. And then very importantly, we have Dan's market taker mentoring system. Each of the parts, you can see those retail prices. And obviously the offer that Dan gave today is a great offer below that. Then also in the store, we have all of our subscription products. Keith's Option Trend Trader Mentoring and Alerts, Dr. Duke's No Hype Zone, and Keith's Home Run Swing Trader, Dr. Duke's weekly newsletter, as I'm showing right there, and that's only $99 a month, and Dr. Duke's Conservative Income. So all of these are available on a subscription basis. We hope you'll check it out in the Option Hotline store, which again was and is brand new as of today. So that's a quick tour of our website. Again, we appreciate all of the attendees who joined us. Hopefully you got a lot out of Dan's webinar, and hopefully you'll be back the next 2 Wednesdays, because we have webinars scheduled at the same time the next 2 the next 2 Wednesdays, I should say. So thank you all very much for joining us, and this webinar will conclude. Thank you.